Hey everyone, welcome to Everything Podcast. I'm JB, and today's episode is inspired by a comment on our video, Why Filipinos Don't Speak Spanish. Someone asked, why do Mexicans speak Spanish while most Filipinos don't? It's a great question, and we're diving into it today. Stick around as we explore the historical reasons behind this difference, the role of geography and colonization strategies, how American rule played a huge part, and even a bit of humor and personal anecdotes. By the end of this video, you'll understand why Filipinos are a linguistic melting pot, while Spanish became Mexico's lingua franca. Let's jump in. Let's get right to the meat of it. Mexico and the Philippines were both colonized by Spain, but the Spanish language left very different marks. In Mexico, Spanish became the dominant language because Spain actively replaced indigenous tongues. It was like a total system overhaul. In contrast, in the Philippines, Spanish wasn't imposed on everyone. It was more of a VIP club for the elite. The majority of Filipinos kept speaking their native languages. Imagine going to a party and only the cool kids get access to the DJ's playlist. That's what Spanish was like in the Philippines. One big reason for this? Geography. Mexico was a single, large landmass with centralized civilizations like the Aztecs, teaching Spanish to everyone. There was like hosting one giant seminar. The Philippines, though, is an archipelago with over 7,000 islands and hundreds of languages. Teaching Spanish there would have been like trying to organize a karaoke contest on 7,000 different stages. Good luck with that. And just when Spanish was starting to catch on in the Philippines, the Americans arrived and said, forget Spanish, let's do English. It's like switching from a telenovela to an American sitcom halfway through. Confusing but effective. The US used English as the main language for education and governance, which is why many Filipinos today are fluent English speakers but only know a handful of Spanish words. Here's a funny thing. My Lola used to call our dog Perro, Spanish for dog, but would yell at it in Tagalog when it misbehaved. That's Filipino culture for you. Mixing languages like we mix ulam and rice. It's also why we have Spanish-inspired words like mesa for table and zapatos for shoes. But when it comes to expressing ourselves, we mix and match languages however we want. So what's the lesson here? First, colonization impacts countries differently. Second, the Philippines' diversity is its strength. We've adapted and made different influences uniquely ours. And third, language is tied to history, but it doesn't define us. Whether we say mahal kita, I love you, or te quiero, it all means the same thing: Filipino resilience. Now, let's hear from you. Do you think the Philippines should have adopted Spanish like Mexico did? Or are you happy with the mix we have now? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And here's a fun challenge. What's the funniest Tagalog Spanish-English mix you've heard? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to read them. Thanks for tuning in to Everything Podcast. Don't forget, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Check out my other videos and keep the discussion alive. I'm JB, and see you in the next.